students, just here for yet one more day of absolute value equations. If you still are struggling after today, it's really imperative you start asking questions, okay? Okay, so quickly, just a reminder, you should be writing two equations for the most part. For this one, it's as easy as n equals 9, but also n equals -9. So you have both of those answers. Again, if you want to write it as n equals either positive or -9, that really represents that kind of problem. Okay. Number 2, again, I want you to rewrite the problem twice. And after you rewrite the problem, now I want you to solve. So are you adding 10 to both sides, okay, and getting 24? But also, are you adding 10 to this side and it's not -24? No, those of you who are still tending to do that, this side is -4. So those are your two answers. So be careful and show your work. I'm looking for all that work. Okay, I'll move this over. Number 3, when I start writing, I notice I can't yet. Oh, that's right. This part right here, I want to get the absolute value by itself before I can split it up. So I add 10 to both sides of the equation, and I get the absolute value of x equals 1. Now is when I split it, and it can equal 1, or it can equal -1. Just a reminder, you can't split it until you get to that part. Number 4, I don't have anything else on the left side other than an absolute value, so I can split it right away. And again, I'm writing it twice. One is -7, one is +7. So I'm going to add 10, right? Whoop. And then I'm going to divide by 3. And if I put that in my calculator, it either is going to come up as 5 2/3, or it's going to come up as 5.6 repeating. And decimals are okay for a lot of these. Okay, on this one, when I add 10, I get a much better answer that I see coming. So I still have the 3n equals 3. So when I divide by 3 here, I get 1. So a lot of times we'll have one of these where one of them is a nice number and the other one is a decimal, but that's okay. Okay, now this one, number 5, I can't rewrite it into two equations yet. First, I need to leave this part, but get rid of that part by adding 7, okay? Okay, so I still have that 2x plus 4 in absolute values, and that equals 14. Now, again, I still want you to write two equations. If I keep saying it, first time it's 14. Second time, it's 2x plus 4 equals -14. I need to see those two equations. I know some of you don't want to, but you gotta. So when I minus 4, that part goes away, but I still have a 10. Dividing by 2 gives me a 5 here. And now I get to go back and do the other one. It's a little different. Again, now I'm going to minus 4. Be careful with those negatives. I get 2x equals -18. Be careful. And you're going to show all your work so you get the two pretty nice answers of 5 or -9. Okay, again, I need to see all of this work. And the last one is a double doozy. Here we go. Now, this is 4 times that absolute value. I can't do anything to this until the last step before we split it. So I cannot distribute. So everybody heard me. Do not distribute the 4. So first thing, I'm going to get rid of the 9. Okay? And when you get rid of the 9, we still have the 4 times the absolute value of 5n, and that gives me 44. Again, I can't change the absolute value. That's its own entity. But if this equation means 4 times the absolute value, I'm going to do the opposite of timesing and divide. And now I have the absolute value by itself. And now I get to split it up twice and show my work. Okay. And it equals a positive and a negative. Now, don't move the 5. We got to subtract the 9. And again, I see a decimal in our future. That's 2 divided by 5. You can either say it is 2/5 or you can say it's 0.4. And that's okay. Decimals are okay. You're going to have those. Now I'm going to feel like I'm doing the same thing over again, but it's going to give me a slightly different answer. So I have 5n. Be careful with the negatives yet again. And that gives me negative 20. And I'm going to divide by 5. And that side gives me negative 4. So those are your 2 answers. And it's a little different. You probably want to write that down and have it in your notes. So today you have another worksheet, the 3rd day. Make sure you check your answers with the practice worksheet before you do the formative, please. And let me know, because tomorrow we're going on with something new. Have a great day, okay? Please let me know if you need help. If not, I will see you soon.